What's up, guys? Getting ready for the market to open today. Let's see how things go. How are you guys? Funded Shubham, what's up, man? Override FX, what's going on, guys? Let's see what the market has to bring today. I'm excited to be here. Today's Monday, so I'm tired. I am tired. I've had a long weekend, but um, super excited to be here today. I have today off. Every Monday I have off, so that's why I'm streaming more. Just trying to I guess you could say get acclimated in terms of streaming. I'm not I'm not used to being a content creator, but this is it's always fun for me to be on here and hang out with you guys and make videos too. So I'm glad to be here. How are you guys doing though? Tell me what's going on. What are you guys looking at? What are you guys looking to do today? So far, market is pumping. We've had obviously this huge downtrend coming down. So we're looking to see if we can eat some of that back. Obviously, a lot of things coming out over the weekend in terms of like um, fears of war and more strikes going on in Iran. So this will obviously affect how things play out. But in terms of the market, we're just looking to see if we can get some extended moves, stop being in so much chop. Because right now, that's exactly what's been going on. Override, doing great, bro. Don't got much to do today. Yeah, bro. Hopefully you can enjoy your day, man. Enjoy your day. Look for some good trades. Take your setups. Um, that's essentially what I'm trying to do today. I have a lot of cleaning to do for sure, but just want to check out what the market's doing today. See if we can take anything here. But one of the things I always want to get better at is trading New York. New York is different for me. If you guys don't know, I trade Asia most of the time. So on my days off, I do like to dabble in a little bit of New York and see how things play out. But New York is a different beast. Let me know if you guys feel differently or not. But New York can be very difficult. I mean, even just look at the volume down here compared to London session. Like that's massive. Now, obviously, these are opening candles, so it's different, but still, the volume is absolutely insane when it comes to New York. It's completely different. So, trading different sessions can just be a completely different world as a whole. So, I know when I first started trading or trading futures, I thought Asia was too slow because a lot of my back testing was done during New York. So then when I started back testing Asia, I was like, these candles are so small, the volume is low, like I can't get any moves, but obviously now it's been over a year that I've been trading. I've been doing a better job in terms of understanding how movements are in different sessions. Josh, what's up, man? What's going on, bro? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing better than Spurs right now. We got a big game tomorrow, but um, it's looking bleak. It's looking bleak. It's looking bleak right now, man. I hope you're doing well, man. But yeah, so right now taking out that opening candle, we're coming down. You guys know me. I always like to trade in the direction of the current session trend rather than the overall trend. Now the overall trend does impact what I do, but I always want to see how things are lining up here. So because it's early, volume profile doesn't really mean anything to me in terms of the current session right now, but I always like to put that on and see what happens here. So Yeah, bro, we got a game tomorrow. Spurs have a game tomorrow. We play in Champions League, which honestly, that game is pretty much a nuisance for us. We really don't need that game right now. We need to focus on the Prem, but it's looking kind of crazy. Yeah, so the reason why I'm on ES today is because I like a slower moving market. I like to go slower. Again, being used to Asia, I like things that are a little bit more calm. And ES compared to NQ is a little bit more calm for me. So I think I have to do a little bit more back testing when it comes to trading NQ during New York. And they kind of move similar too. In fact, if we pull up the chart for MNQ here, they're a little bit similar, but you can see here this opening candle has not been breached so far to the downside. So we're a little bit, I guess you can call that a bull flag. We need to wait for a little bit more setup, but yeah. Josh says, Spurs relegation and UCL winners, bro. That would be a dream. Honestly, would you take that? Would you take that, Josh? Would you take a Spurs winning Champions League but then getting relegated from the Prem? That's absolute madness right there. But yeah, guys, let me know how you guys are doing overall. How's your month been so far? It's March. March is my favorite month. We got a lot of college basketball. Obviously, we got trading. We always got trading though, but it's my birthday month too. So I'm really excited. And one of the things that I've been really thinking about in terms of myself being a better trader is just how much you can do with trading overall. Like I'm really excited in terms of what's possible, what I can do as a trader, what I can accomplish as a trader, and I'm really enjoying that aspect. Like I'm thinking about, some of the things I could be doing in a couple years' time. Obviously, like I'm almost 30, so I'm about to turn 30 in a few weeks. So building a family, getting a home, things like that, and trading is one of those avenues that it can provide, that it can provide the financial gains in order for yourself to do those things. So, um, what is something that you guys want to do in terms of trading that trading can allow you to do? Is there a place that you've always wanted to go visit? Is there a hobby that you've always wanted to do, but it costs too much money? What is it that trading can do for you guys that you want it to do for you guys? And also, how close do you feel in terms of trading doing that for you? For myself, I feel like I'm really close. Like I feel like even though the last few months have been a struggle, it's like it's a struggle, but we're still doing relatively well. And that's why I'm really excited because I'm like, I feel like once the market starts like moving better and things start moving a little bit more cleaner, then I can really take full advantage for that. Josh says trading is the way, but it sure takes a lot to get there. Absolutely, bro. It takes so much to get there. I was just talking to my best friend about trading last week, and he was telling me, he's like, bro, like I just made $40 from my first options play. I was like, yeah, bro, like that's awesome, man. He's like, yeah, bro, like do you have any tips? Blah blah blah. And I could kind of tell it's like he wanted to make money fast, but it was just one of those things where it's like he's not really here to learn how to trade. He was here to make money quickly. And I was trying to tell him like, bro, this takes a while. Josh says, I'm close, but I just lack consistency. When I'm trading well, I am amazing, but when I'm bad, I'm really bad. It literally changes on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, bro, and that's the thing. And that's why too, I try not to get cocky anyway. It's like I always say, "Oh, last year was profitable," but it's like that was just 1 year, and it's not even like, "Oh, like I made so much money." I was only up, I think in terms of net profit, I was up like ended up being up around like I forgot now, like over $2,000, maybe close to $3,000, which is great. That's awesome, right, for your first year, but it takes so much time to be consistently profitable. You're doing it month over month, year over year, and it's so hard. Override said, my fave close is that it's you versus you. Yeah, bro. It's it's really you versus you. Obviously, there's some external factors that you have to combat as well, right? So you have yourself, but then not only do you have yourself, you also have the market, learning how to flow with the market, dance with the market. You have your emotions that you have to combat too, overthinking as well. Sometimes it's a news play, news comes out of nowhere, or Donald Trump speaks and it completely messes things up. But it's just one of those things that we have to be able to maneuver throughout the market pretty well. Short bus, what's going on, man? Good to see you as always. Good to see you. Looks like we're getting a pretty good down move here. So for myself, you guys know me. I love VWAP, which is this purple line. So we're looking for a pullback here before um, we start trading. But also we could be in a range, right? From a London session, we could be in a range. So let's see if we start breaking there. Override says, especially when you already have your trading plan and know when the market is going and know what the market is going to do, but you have to gain that self-trust. Yes, bro. Absolutely. You have to gain that self-trust. It is honestly, I think it's a difficult thing in terms of dealing with hesitancy, especially if you're very new as well, or you're dealing with a different market condition that doesn't suit your trading style. Hesitancy and gaining that trust are things that just take time to develop. It really just takes experience. So, Katya, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Um, Josh, have you been trading Top Step or Lucid? I see you ranting about Top Step on X. Yeah, bro, because Top Step, they're tripping. Like, there's so many things that's like, I want them to improve on. I want them to do better. I just realized VWAP, again, this is exactly what I mean. Top Step, I was thinking VWAP was up here. No, I have to scroll out in order for VWAP to be there. I have been trading Lucid. So here, let me see if I can pull it up. So this is Lucid. This was actually from Asia session last night. That'll be in today's video. But I have been trading Lucid, and bro, I love Trade C. And now I know they're a beta platform, so they have their issues, but they look good. They look very good. And it's very similar to TradingView. So if you know how to trade on TradingView, then you know how to trade uh, on Trade C. So I really do like it a lot. I really do. So VWAP is actually down here. I would like for some type of pullback, whether it's a rejection of current session value area low, or even if we come up to current session point of control and come down. But with how we're flushing like this too, and we're starting to break these supports, I personally don't know if we're gonna get all the way up to 681. I would like to come back up a little bit. Katya just got stopped out on the long on MES. Bro, it's all good, bro. What made you take that long, though? What did you see in the market that made you take that long? For myself, again, I don't really trade New York, but whenever I have and whenever I back test, I always wait at least, at the very least, the first 15 minutes before I take some type of trade. Just because you want things to set up. It's very volatile the first 15 minutes, it's very volatile the first 30 minutes. So, what did you see that made you take that long? Yeah, Josh, Trade C is really good, man. It's honestly really good. Katya says Trade C looks so much better than Tradeovate. Tradeovate looks so archaic. It's like prehistoric times. I hate Tradeovate, honestly. That's one of the main reasons why I never traded another prop firm. Josh says Lucid is like half the price of Top Step too. Yeah, bro. Lucid is so good. Like I have two accounts on Lucid. I'm copy trading them. So I have these two here, and they each cost me about $78. And the great thing about Lucid, bro, that's why I'm like I love Lucid. I sound like I'm affiliated with them. I'm not even affiliated with them, but I love Lucid because you don't pay a monthly fee on these evals. I could keep it for 12 months, only pay $78. Like, bro, that's elite. Ooh, Josh says Alpha Future's new platform out on Wednesday too. Wow. That's awesome. Josh, congrats by the way, man. Congrats on The affiliate, bro. That's so awesome. Like making big moves, bro. For real. That's really good, bro. Super happy for you. Um, but you can see all of these platforms. We have Lucid with Trade C. We have Tradeify coming out with Trade C later this week as well. Josh is saying Alpha Future's new platform is coming out too, which actually does look promising from what I've seen. Obviously, Top Step with Project X as well. My Funded Futures is also coming out with something later on. I think they're coming out with something later on this year. So we have a lot of new platforms. What do you guys think is the best platform right now? Obviously, for Trade C, it's still in beta, right? You can see on the top right here, it's still in beta. So there's still a lot of things that they need to fix. There's still a lot of things that um, they were having problems last night, actually. So that's something that they have to address. But it's a beta, so I'm not expecting it to be perfect here. But um, Project X obviously has had its issues as well. But I have enjoyed using Project X, but they still have problems. So it's just one of those things. All right, let's see if we're setting up here for short. Josh says Alpha looks good, I won't lie. Yeah, I really do hope it does because we need more competition in the space. We need, oh yeah, this is a short for sure. We gotta sell.
Order filled.
So let me see. Obviously, stop loss. What are we going for? Do I think we could hit that low? I don't know if we can. I'm not sure if we can go all the way down there. Wow, as soon as I take it, guess what happens? And this is one of my issues too. Whenever I enter, I'm like, it's a great candle and all, but then quick reversal. I still like this trade though. I still like it. So stop loss could actually be a little bit lower here. And again, the one thing we have to be aware of right now is are we in a range? Because yes, we are breaking down here, but we need to see if we decide to continue lower or if this is actually a true bounce. Now, it's a top wick, so we're getting some rejection here as well. But I kind of like how this is forming up. We are on value area low for the session, but with the way things are moving, I do like this short to the downside. We'll see how it plays out though. Um, the drag, your TP and stop loss feature is what I need. Are you Katya? Are you talking about on Trade C, or are you talking about on like what are you talking about? Because I think Trade C has that. I use it all the time, at least during my normal. So the one thing I don't like about Trade C is that it has Sandbox or your demo account, which is great, but it does not have the updated market data. So it kind of sucks when it comes to that. But on my micro, or sorry, on my Trade C account, my stop loss can be here. I can drag it, as you can see, and I can bring down my target too. So I can do that on here. It does work. I'll just X that one out. Yeah, so you can see it's already bouncing. Oh, on Tradeovate. Yeah, honestly, Tradeovate just needs an absolute rehaul because it looks so bad. It looks like I'm trading in like 1980. You know what I mean? It just looks like I'm trading in 1980. So one of the things I have to work on in terms of my trading, and this is one of the things, in fact, this happened last night to me too, is my entries. I like to see it coming down like this. This is a nice candle as well, but again, like I said, we could be in a range here. So I need to wait for this like end setup where you come down, you come up, and then you fully reject. And this on the 1 minute candle, yeah, sure, it's valid, but it's not the best. I need to be able to use the 5 minute to determine that this is actually occurring. So that's something that I need to improve on. But it still looks good. It's still a good trade. It's just my entry sometimes can be really poor, and that's why sizing is so important. Um, yeah, Josh, Tracy looks good, bro. Tracy's really good. Like I would try it out and see if you really do like it or not. Oops, did not mean to do that. Harry says, good sell on crude oil. He took a scalp. Nice, Harry. I honestly haven't really looked at oil. I know it's been extremely volatile, so I will avoid that for now. Again, great candle here. If we continue on higher volume, I would look to add. But we could be settling here, right? And that's something that we need to be aware of, we need to look at. Also, the one thing I also don't like about this trade too, as you can see, the target, really my target should be here, so it becomes a negative RR trade, which I don't love, but it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, we have to just adjust as we go. Josh says, I've always used Trade of 8 when on Lucid. Yeah, and I think most people have too. In fact, when I've used my funded futures, I've used Trade of 8 as well, but it's just, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Katya says, I have to use the DOM to figure out what my risk is on all my trades, which is a pain in the bootay. Yeah, it should, that's what I'm saying. It should be modern. It should be, if I take a trade on my platform, I can see what the risk is immediately. I shouldn't be having to look at the DOM. I shouldn't be having to look elsewhere, you know? Like, I should just see it. Like, oh, okay, this is how much I'm risking. This is how much I can profit for. That's what it should be. But I think Tradeovate really should adjust what they're doing. All right, this is looking like a good trade right now. We need to see if we can get another flush lower. This is just the first leg. See how things are going. Josh says, "Do you ever use liquidity in your trading or no?" Like in terms of like liquidity sweeps and stuff, I do implement that a little bit, right? It's like yes, you can kind of understand like okay, we'll trade like it looks like the market could end up here, right? Or it could end up in a certain area. But in terms of like implementing that into what I normally do for my strategy, no. But it's something I'm aware of. It's something I'm mindful of, but it's not something that I'm constantly looking at. So most of the time I use volume to determine like what's going on, right? So there's this book called what is it called now? Volume Price Analysis by Anna Culling. So that's something that I've used to like read volume, like kind of like I'm reading a story. So if I were to look at here, we have increasing volume to the downside, so it's a valid move. Then we have this nice red candle. Could be used as exhaustion, right? But bulls are trying to take control but cannot because of this top wick and increasing volume. So it looks like it could fail. That pullback can fail. And we're looking for a move lower. So that's what volume is telling me. Does that mean that that's something that will occur or something will happen? No. Like anything can happen. Katya says, I heard Project X used to be available on Lucid until Top Step got greedy. Absolutely. It was. And in fact, I think in September, I actually did get um, a Lucid account just to try it out, and I was using Top Step X on there. And it was clean. It was nice. Again, with Lucid's pricing, with Lucid's rules, I really thought that Top Step X was great for other prop firms to use, but then they pulled a rug pull. And that's what I mean. Like, I know I sound I was the ultimate Top Step fan and now I sound like an absolute Top Step hater. I'm not. I'm not, but they need to improve what they're doing. If they don't improve what they're doing, then they're just going to continue to lose customers. Here we go. So I'm going to
Order
add,
filled.
right? Because that's a valid candle. Of course, I should wait till the close, but it was at like 58 seconds, so that's fine. Full body red candle to the downside here, right? Risking $500. Again, I would like my target to be better, but it's not. It's just one of those things where it's like, well, you know, the target there makes sense. I don't think we'd be heading any lower than that, unless we start getting some nice moves to the downside. How's it going for you guys though so far? Have you guys taken any trades? I know we have a few people that have taken trades already so far. Obviously, I'm in this one right now, so it's looking okay. It's looking all right, but we need to start seeing some more momentum heading lower. Right now, we're kind of getting this chop, like the stagnation. It's not really moving. So that's always a sign that we can hold up here and start bouncing. But we just got to be patient, which that's what trading is about. And Katya said, I was a big fan of Top Step too until the way they treated everyone after the outages. Again, that's another reason. I feel like that this live stream is all about Top Step and hating on Top Step, but this is what I mean. Like this is something where it's like you have people that are wanting to try out your product. You have people that want to, support you, and you treat them terribly. You don't give any discounts to those people, to everyone, right? Because it affected everyone. It's not like, oh, I had an outage between this time and that time. Like, it's everyone that's affected, and you're only rewarding some people. Some people got free XFAs and stuff, but other people didn't because of the time that they traded. So it really does affect everyone. Josh said, I hit my daily loss of 300 in London. Session broke my rules and didn't do my analysis properly. Bro, it's all good, man. It's all good. A lot of it, the one thing I've learned about my trading too is the analysis before you take a trade is so important, right? Because if you just come into the market and you're not prepared, essentially, you're setting yourself up for failure. And, those things happen. Like I've talked about it in my videos where I come to the market like 5 minutes late, I was in the bathroom, that happens a lot, and things like that. So it's all good. And the great thing about trading is we always have tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and we're able to trade and we're able to implement all of the lessons that we learned from the previous day into the next day. So looks like we're getting a bounce down here though. Again, I don't love to see it, but part of part of trading is being able to trust a trend. I could have my stop loss up here if I really wanted to, but again, it's like I'm risking two to get one. That sucks, and I don't. That's why I'm like I don't really like the entry. Um I don't really like the area that we're in right now. We need to see some flushing soon in order for it to go our way. Katya said they literally told me data shows I was unaffected that day when I was raging because I was stuck in a trade that went way below my stop loss on my combine. That's what I'm saying. And I don't want this to be a hate on Top Step, but yeah, it's annoying when they don't treat their customers well, that they're literally coming to you with valid issues. They've never had problems before, and now they are, So it's one of those things. And that's why I love Lucid. Their CEO looks really good too. He does a lot of banter on Twitter, but he also is listening to people and explaining their decisions as well, like such as like why they removed Lucid Black, how they updated their pro accounts, things like that. Those changes are really important for us to know, and he's very transparent about those things. So for myself, I appreciate that, and I that's something or that's someone that I would be more likely to use their product more rather than Top Step shadiness. So far, trade is we're still in a good spot. Still in a good spot. Stop loss is set, right? Managing risk well. I wouldn't want to risk more than usually on my XFAs, I wouldn't want to risk more than $700, so risk is set well. Entry is fine. We did add to our position too, but again, because of the way the market is so choppy, it's like these ads, I think I can be a little bit more patient on it too. But again, it's just one of those things where you have to be able to adapt to the market. And that's actually been very difficult for me. It's been very hard for myself to adapt. I love follow through continuation momentum moves, and we're just not getting that at all. So, Josh, what did Lucid update on Pro accounts? They basically just combined Lucid Pro with Lucid Black. So they took away Lucid Black, but Lucid Black had 1 day to pass. So they just added that to their pro accounts, and then also too, like there, it was just like some like buffer stuff that they adjusted on their Lucid Pro accounts too. So now on Lucid Pro, I believe you have to have at least a buffer of like $2,000 before you can request a payout. So after that, then you can request payouts, I believe, daily. So that's a pretty good feature for people who use it. And I did buy and blow a pro account not knowing the rules of it, and that was kind of dumb. So um, I won't be buying pro because I'm not a pro, but I will be buying pros in the future, maybe later this year. Alex, good to see you, man. I'm glad you made it to the live stream. I appreciate you for coming in, man. Yeah, it's honestly trading is such a journey. It's such a journey, and for myself, I set out this goal. It's a monetary goal. It's not a actual goal, but it's like $25,000 in payouts in 2026. I still need $24,000 left. I still got $24,000 left before I hit that. Um, but I think that's why I've been doing the combine trials because I was in a situation where I did not have many XFAs left, right? Like I only had one left. I'm still on this one, as you can see, it's still here. So I didn't really have anything left in terms of something to lean on for XFAs, but I'm glad that now we're starting to stack those up, starting to add more. We have currently three. I just haven't activated them on Top Step yet. And then we have the two Lucid ones we're working on right now. Trading on Tilt, new here. I enjoy your videos. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. It's always nice to hear, so I appreciate that a lot, man. Alex says overtime day at work, but I'll be here. Man, bro, working at 9 to 5 and working on trading, it's like two full-time jobs. It sucks. It sucks, but this is the grind that we got to do in order to make it, man. Katya says on Trade C, can you switch between ETH and RTH? Um, Great question. I don't know. I'm honestly not sure. Filter. No, I don't see anything here. So I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'll have to figure that out. Um, but I have not like are you talking about like oh like if I wanted to see like a filter, you know how on TradingView where it's like oh it shows like ETH? I'm not sure if I can do that though. I don't know. I'd have to look that one up. Josh says, I'm hearing things about people just copy trading Lucid 25K accounts, better value for money. Yeah, honestly, I think each account costs $70. So you're actually right. It is a lot better value for money. Now, obviously, the drawdown is less, right? So for 50K, looks like, and this is what I mean. So it looks like I should just watch and wait and see what happens here first, right? If we continue higher, then I got to stop myself out. But yeah, it looks like the 25Ks, the drawdown is $1,000. So because the drawdown is $1,000, then two of them would be $140 for $2,000 in drawdown. So it depends how you look at it. But for myself, I like the 50Ks. That's just what I'm used to. But you know, if someone is getting started or they just want to trade one account, then 25K could be a really good option here. Yeah, Josh says because you can just take $100 or $1,000 payouts and lower profit target. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that's one of those things where I'm always like, everybody has their own style. Everybody has like what they want to do as well. So for myself, I don't know if it would fit my style to do 25Ks, but it is something that I will try in the future without a doubt. Looks like our trade is going wrong, guys. Trade is going wrong. Um, I liked it just because again, we were having that downtrend, right? We were breaking these levels as well. But I was saying too, it's like, okay, like we could be bottoming down here. So it's something where, again, when you have candles like these, especially on the 5 minute too, it's very important that you wait a little bit. And that's one of the things that I have to improve on my trading too, is making sure that even if we're getting this down move, these mini pullbacks on the 1 minute can be seen as noise. Now, again, I still like the play, right? I still think the play is fine and it's valid, but sometimes for myself, I need to wait for a little bit more confirmation and a little bit more um, of a setup before I just start entering. So we're still in it now. I would like to see us pull back first, and if we start heading higher, then I know I'm wrong. But if this is a lower high and then we start flushing down, then the trade is still valid. So I don't like to rush into closing out my trades because then you start kind of getting into, oh, well, I should just reverse my trade, right? So, yeah, so Katya says, because TradeAway doesn't have that option, so I use Top Step X to see RTH, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, that's what I mean. Holy flush! This is why I don't trade, this is why I don't close out quickly, right? That is insane. Did news come out? Did something come out? Obviously, you want to see how this candle moves first, right? And this is what I mean too. This, I mean, I guess this would be the entry right here, so it's not too far different from where we're at right now. Of course, you have to add, but I'm gonna wait for this candle to close too before I add. Alex says he caught the low on MNQ. Nice job, bro. Nice job. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Josh, with me, I only risk $100 per trade anyway. Yes, exactly. So if you're only risking $100 per trade, the 25Ks make so much sense. It makes so much sense. Absolutely. All right, we're getting this doji right here, right? So we're pausing. If we continue lower, we start breaking that doji on high volume, then I would like to take that. Yeah, Katya, huge red candle, holy volatility, short bus. Yeah, absolutely. I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, we probably lost this trade. But that's why patience is so important too. Like this reverse position button's here, but it's only on the practice account. So on my XFAs, oh, it's actually still on. Oh yeah, because the settings transfer. I promise I don't use it anymore, though. I promise. Caught red-handed. No, I promise I don't use that. I don't use that at all. Um, Override FX, nah, bro. It's New York manipulation. This is why I stay in higher time frames during New York. Huh, interesting, interesting. Yeah, honestly, one of the things that I read on Reddit this past weekend was someone was asking, like, does anyone have any success trading Asia? There's some people saying that they use volume profile to trade Asia, and one of the things that someone said that I was like, actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, is usually the direction in Asia is uncontested. There's not a lot of manipulation. There's not a lot of, oh, we're going down, oh, we're going up, right? In Asia, it's like if you're going down, you're going down. If you're going up, you're going up. Of course, there can be reversals like how there was for me yesterday or last night, but it's one of those things where it's like most of the time you are gonna go in the direction of that trend, and that's why I trust the trend so much. Shortbus said oil is up on that move. Huh. So I wonder if something came out. I have financial juice open. Israel's natural gas supplies to Egypt carried out from surplus available after meeting the needs of the domestic economy, mainly the electric sector. G7 not there yet on releasing oil stockpiles. Israel resumes natural gas exports to Egypt on limited basis. So I'm not sure if there's anything that really came out for that move. So obviously you guys know, um, Katya said LMAO. Alex said, yeah, I definitely got out before that red flush. Nice, nice, nice. Um, obviously you guys know I use volume profile, so now that we're over 30 minutes in, it's set up more. We have a huge rejection of this current session value area high here, right? Could I potentially my stop loss now so that way we have a better ratio, of course, but I don't want to be so hasty in doing that just yet, just because I want things to form, right? So the risk is good up there. We're risking about $500. Again, I wish our targets were a little bit better, but we'll see. If this is not a double bottom and we start breaking on higher volume, I will add at least one more contract to see what happens to the downside. And then from there, we'll see if we can lower our stop. So, hey Jimmy, lukewarm puppet. He said, "Did that trading anime start you were talking about? And what was it called again?" I'm gonna sound like a total weeb here. It has not started. It is called Kurumi FX Fighter or Kurumi-chan FX Fighter, and I'm so excited for that. If you guys don't know, I will be doing a watch along for that. I'll probably do the actual watch along in Discord, but I will be releasing like my live reaction on YouTube as well. And I'll probably do like episode recaps and reviews. So that's super exciting. I'm really excited to do that. And that's, I guess, one of the benefits of being a content creator is you can do whatever you want. And I really would love to do that, especially for people too who watch that anime and get into trading. I would love, oh, here we go. I know it's early. I got to be patient here. I want to see a huge flush. I want to see volume. I don't want to see a bottom wick. I'm not going to add until we start getting closer to that time. But let's see if we can have some increase in volume here before we start getting hasty. But yeah, I'm really excited to do that watch along. So if you guys are interested, if you guys watch anime, I will be doing that on the channel here. Katya says, Katya says, do you use a set ratio for TP and stop loss? No, not really. Okay, this looks good. Let me see. I'm gonna be more patient here, though. I'm being patient. I want to see, there's a wick, not too bad though, but the volume isn't that good. It's still a valid ad if I were to add, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I'm gonna wait. So no, I don't use a set ratio. The reason why I don't use a set ratio is because I look at market structure to determine how much risk I want. So if I'm risking only like $700, then I kind of do it like that, and I always base it off risk first before I look at profit. So as you can see here, my risk is 535 and my target is 255. Which I don't like, but because if the market goes in my favor, this is what I do. I lower my stop loss, I increase the price, and now it becomes more of a one-to-one, which is what I prefer. I like one-to-ones, but it doesn't always set up that way. In fact, there are times where my risk is like, let's say my risk is like $300, but my profit target is like 900. So I'm really just going with the flow of what the market is showing me. Katya says, I want to watch that too. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I love anime as a whole. I love watching anime, so having anime and trading come together, like I don't think there's anything better. But Jimmy said, "Thank you. I was trying to tell some friends and was not sure if I had the name correct." Yeah, so Kurumi Chan FX Fighter. I believe that's the name. Or it's something similar to that. So if you guys want to do a watch along, I'll be doing it in Discord. I don't know. They haven't set a release date in terms of when it's coming out, but I'm really excited. And the cool thing about that anime, I said it in a previous video, is that they are using historical charts, meaning if she's trading like JPY CAD, then she will be using charts from that time period, which I believe the anime or the manga started back in like 2021. So it will be using charts from that time period. So you can literally, if you wanted a spoiler, you can literally go back to those charts and see what happened in the trades she took, which is pretty cool. So Katya says we're gonna get a new influx of VGen FX traders after that anime comes out. That's, honestly, I say this in a lot of my videos. I don't think I've said it in a while though, but I call this channel Trading Stoically, not because I trade stoically, but because that is the goal, to trade stoically. And there are a lot of times where I do accomplish that goal. In fact, I would say the last month or so, I've done extremely well, even when I've blown accounts. But there are a lot of times where I don't. There are a lot of times where I've traded like a degen. So it'd be cool if they found the channel and the content through that, but then learned, wait, this isn't that I shouldn't trade like that in real life. So and hopefully my videos can help with that. Yeah. So far though, this trade, it's a teetering, right? This is what I mean in terms of range too. We had this lower high. I probably could move stop loss down there, but again, I want to see a lower flush. It could double bottom here, but there's no volume supporting a bullish move. So that's the one thing I've learned about this market. And you guys let me know if you guys think differently, but you have to be so patient and just follow the trend and don't add so heavily, don't add so quickly. Just take your time, be patient, wait for these confirmations to set up, and just allow it to do its thing. Because if you start getting caught up in this chop, like we were right here, and I was saying, well, if we pull back and continue higher, then I'm stopped out, right? But then here you go, this huge flush. I know New York is a little bit different in terms of manipulation, but it's just one of those things. Katya says, I'm super close to getting stopped. Katya, are you trading long or are you going short? Are you going long? Darth Korak says, are you really 1 minute trader and now your losing streak makes sense? I don't know what you mean by that, Darth Korax. Yeah, I do trade the 1 minute for sure. I absolutely do. And that is something that I have been, yeah, for over 14 months I've been using the 1 minute. Now there was a time where I did trade the 5 minute. So the 5 minute was something that I liked, but again, because I trade Asia and I only have really from 8 to 10 p.m., the 1 minute just kind of makes more sense in terms of entries, in terms of exits. So that is something that I like to do. Um, but in terms of the losing streak, I actually haven't really been on a losing streak. I've been winning quite a bit of my trades, which is awesome, which is awesome. But obviously, losing streaks happen whether you're trading well or not. So it doesn't. It's just one of those things that happens. Katya says I'm long. Oh, okay. So maybe that's why. But I guess for myself, I wouldn't go long because one, that was the opening candle. Then we came down. Then we have this end pullback, right? Manipulation or not, we're heading lower. And for myself, there's not enough volume to show that we're pushing higher here. So that's why I'd be going short. But again, I could be wrong. The market does what it wants. And that's the beauty of trading is I see a short, you see a long, one of us could be right. We could both be right, depending on our trading style. So Jimmy said, I'm not trading futes anymore, but have been trading very well. That's awesome, Jimmy. That's awesome. And yeah, like honestly, it really just goes to show that, certain markets work better for other people, right? So I know when I first started trading, I was a degenerate and I was trading penny stocks, which was not, it was fun while you were making money. It was not fun when there was a ton of manipulation going on. But then after that, went into options, and options were great too, but there's so many things going on with like the Greeks having to worry about theta, delta. And I was just telling my best friend that too. That's why I prefer futures over options because it's just straight up like up or down. I enter, are we going up, are we going down? I don't have to worry about contracts or anything like that, expiration dates. But it could work for someone else. It just doesn't work for me. So find what works for you. That is the most important thing. Jimmy says, friend trading SPX said he is not going long until if slash when we break 6760. Yes, 6760, that would be. Oh, wow, that's actually very far away. 6760 would be up here. So we did gap down, but I personally, I might go long before then if we're setting up that way, right? Like if we're coming above 6676, right? And then we pull back and then we head higher, then that could be a potential long entry. But again, it depends on this trading style too, because if you trade more of like a 4 hour time frame, that would make sense, you know. Darth Korak says, I noticed GOAT is 3 minute chart. Mostly if you trade that one, you get entries on 30-minute chart, which can turn scalps to big swings easy. Yeah, that might make sense. That might make sense. And personally, knowing my own personality, I would actually prefer to trade a larger time frame. As you can see, we've been in this trade for almost an hour, depending on our entry. So it's one of those things I would actually prefer to trade a larger time frame. But again, because I trade Asia, because I trade after work, because I only have 2 hours to trade at night, the 1 minute makes more sense. And one of the reasons why I say the 1 minute makes more sense, this is looking like a really nice candle here. We need volume. The 1 minute makes more sense for me. If you think about it like this, let's say I wanted to trade the 15-minute, right? For that Asia session, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. If I wanted to trade the 15-minute, how many candles would I have to look at for those 2 hours? I would only have 8 candles to trade, which is not enough for me. I need more than that. So, because I only have 8 candles to trade, it doesn't make sense for me to trade the 15-minute. With the 5 minute, I would have more candles, but again, same thing. I'd only have 24 candles, right? Because 5 times 12, 12 candles is 60, right? So for a full hour, I'd have 12 candles. I'd only have 24 candles for a 2 hour session, which isn't bad. But knowing that I could have 120 candles to trade off of with more opportunity, that is what I prefer. So Shortbus says 6760 on ES is yesterday RTH point of control. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. So here we go. So again, let's see what happens. Could be looking to get stopped out here, right? Because now we're starting to have this increase in volume. If we continue higher, we start breaking above here, then we're probably being stopped out here. You just never got that move. We never got that move to the downside, that huge flush. We did have this red candle here, which was looking good, but we never got that follow through move down. And this is now pointing towards signs that we are looking to break this, and we're now looking to head higher. So even though the trend is down for the session, it doesn't mean that you can't reverse. And this was the area that it looks like we are reversing now. So we'll see if we get stopped out here. And even though my stop loss is all the way up here, it's discretionary. So I'm not looking to immediately just move it down, but I am looking to see what happens here and see if we do double top here and then come down, or if we break through on higher volume. And that's when I stop out. Um, Jimmy says, yeah, for sure. He is using a GX and Charm. I don't even know what that is. He says, I do not understand Charm at all, so it's his trading style. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't even know what those acronyms are, to be honest with you. Darth Korax, is there a big difference between Top Step and Apex? It depends what you're looking at. So honestly, Apex has improved so much over the last week. They added end of day drawdown, which is huge. That's one of the main reasons why I've never traded with Apex is because they always used to do intraday. So end of day is nice. Again, platforms are different, right? Top Step X versus whatever you decide to use for Apex. Apex doesn't have their own platform that they use personally. The payout rules have gotten better on Apex. In fact, now it's looking like Apex is better than Top Step. They are cheaper. Their activation fees are cheaper as well. And they've now changed it to where you don't have to pay for a funded account monthly. You just have it, which is nice. So something to think about. Darth Korak says he's from Germany. Ah, so that explains your humor. That explains your humor, Darth Korax. I love it. I love it. Katya says, bro, I was one tick away from getting stopped. That's hilarious. Yeah, bro, that's trading. And honestly, those saves are so awesome though when they occur. The worst part though is when you get stopped and then it runs straight to TP as soon as you get stopped. I hate that so much. That's happened to me so many times. Jace is our mod in Discord, so shouts out to Jace for helping out. Jace says, "How's the market? I had a good time during London. Nice job, Jace." Yeah, honestly, I don't know. We're down on this trade right now. Honestly, our entry was fine if we had continuation, but so far it's proving to not be working. So that kind of stinks. But you know, again, we're looking to see if we top out here and if we come back down. Just got to be patient. That's why quick to I'm not quick to rush any decision right now. So, but Asia went well for me. We took a loss first, but then we bounced back with a win, so that was good. Um, Katya says that happened to me on Friday. LOL. Yeah, that's hilarious. I love it when it happens though, but it doesn't happen that often for me. I wish it did. I wish it did. If we had some power to like control where the market went, that'd be insane, but we don't. We don't. So let's see if this mini pullback happens. If we get this mini pullback followed by high volume to the upside, then I'm definitely stopping myself out. Um, Stop loss would be about $300, which is pretty good risk. So let's see what happens. If we flush down though, let's see. But this is why I just follow the trend. I'm not quick to make decisions. I'm waiting to see what the market does. We are heading back down. So Katya, hopefully your position is good in terms of getting the break even or taking some profit off, because who knows if we just flush down, or we could come back down and come back up. So let's see how things go. How's everyone doing today though in terms of their trades? Are things setting up for you? Are you guys reading the market well? I think during market conditions like these, where you have chop days like these, risk management is so important. It is so important. So, and that's the one thing that trading combines or trading evals, it has changed in terms of, or it has changed me in terms of like how I'm leveraging, because I was so used to trading in XFA for a long time that now I'm trying to stack more funded accounts that the leverage is just like so enticing, I guess you can say, where I'm like, ooh, like I can trade and I can risk $2,000 to make 1,500. It's like risk management is so important. It is so important. And that's something that I'm trying to get better at as I trade my combines. On XFAs, PAs, funded accounts, my risk management has been very solid. Like very solid. Because I'm like, if I risk this much and I lose, that funded account is gone. And I worked really hard to get it. The combines are a little bit of a different story. So we need to Definitely improve on that. Katya says I took half profit already and at break even now. Perfect. Nice job, man. Nice job. Alex says $110 in my XFA and I passed an Apex just now. Shouts out to Alex, bro. Nice job, man. Nice job. One of the things I need to do a little bit more, I haven't really had as much time, is going into the journals on Discord. So if you guys don't know, on our Discord we have a journal section, and in the journal section you can just post like your journals, your trades, like how things are going for you, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want to do. And Alex has his journal in there, which is really cool. And I go in the journal section sometimes and I kind of read what's going on for everyone else too. So I think it's a pretty cool feature. Shouts out to my fiance for developing our Discord. I really think it's something useful to use. All right, it looks like I really don't know how this market is going. It's a ton of chop. Obviously, you want to follow the trend, but I don't know if I just don't know if we're gonna get that flush move down. We might be breaking here. So trend line, you can put a trend line here if you want, right? In fact, I probably would put it here just because that this is a high volume candle. But you could put it here as well because these are top wicks. I always like to use high volume candles for trend lines if I were to use them. So let's see how things go. We're stagnating, so it's taking a while. Yeah, Alex says Short Bus has an amazing journal as well. Yes, Short Bus. Short Bus was actually our winner for the giveaway for the winter training arc. And that's kind of where we were talking about like using our journals, helping to improve our trades during winter. Still kind of in winter now, but it's really that like November, December time to get ready for 2026. And Short Bus was the winner of that because his journals are just so extensive. So um, definitely appreciate you guys for posting in there and continuously um, journaling your trades. And that's something also too I want to talk about as well. I can tell, maybe you guys feel differently, let me know. But I can tell a lot of people are not trading. And I can tell a lot of people are I don't want to say giving up on trading, but because things aren't easy right now, a lot of people are not as interested in trading, right? And you can always tell when things are going well, things are moving swimmingly, the market is doing well, a lot of people are doing well. You'll see engagement on other YouTube videos, you'll see engagement in on Twitter, right? People will be super excited to show profits and how well things have been going for them. But recently, I can tell people are having a difficult time, and there's a lot less engagement in the YouTube community. There's a lot less engagement um, on Twitter as well. People are struggling, right? And if you're one of those people that's struggling, it's normal. These market conditions have been very hard. I've had a lot of people that are experienced in the markets saying that these are very tough market conditions to get over right now. And it is not something that is easy, especially if you're like myself and you've only been trading for, a little over a year. It's hard. It's very difficult. So you can't be down on yourself. But I also encourage you guys too, don't quit. Don't quit. Just keep going. And at some point, it will click for you. And at some point, you will learn how to navigate different market conditions. It will happen. It will absolutely happen for you guys. Yeah, Katya, you got to check out everyone's journal. It's really good stuff in there. I've learned a lot from everyone's journal, people who post in there. So definitely check that out. It's pretty cool. Corpa says, I got a plus 1600 oil trade last night. Did lose an XFA unfortunately, but luckily took 900 out of it. Nice, 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 short bus. That's awesome. Short bus, you got to post that in Centurion highlights though, so that way I can shout you out because I don't think anyone posted in there in the past week or so. So yeah, post that in there whenever that happens. Post it. Yeah, Shortcut says it is tough for sure. It is tough. It is tough. It's been hard. I mean, look at this chop. Look at this chop. It's absolutely horrible. Um, Alex says, very true. Lately, I've been focused purely on my own trading. Also, high engagement with my Discord trading buddy that was assigned to me. Nice! Honestly, if you guys don't know, this is another feature of the Discord that my fiance has graciously blessed us with, is we have accountability buddies, which is awesome. But I'm thinking for myself, all the accountability buddies that I've had, they might think I'm a fake account, which is so sad. Because I've had three, I've reached out to three, and nobody has responded to me. So they might be thinking I'm the fake trading stoically, which is so sad. It's so horrible. It's so horrible. Because I'm like, I want an accountability buddy. Yes, I know I have my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is my journal. So it's like I'm staying accountable like that. But I would like to, have a buddy to like bounce things off of. So the people I've been matched with, nobody has contacted me. So it's honestly really sad. It's so sad. It's like I'm a fraud. It's so funny though, but it's all good. It's all good. I have you guys, so um yeah, speaking of staying accountable, what are some of your favorite tilt stories that you guys have endured? Because for myself, I've had some crazy tilt sessions before I started making my YouTube channel. In fact, one of my favorite one of my favorite ones is actually when my I started my YouTube channel. I forgot what the first video was called. It was like plus $400 winning day or something like that, right? And then the next video, my second video was I blew my account. And I went on crazy tilt. Obviously it wasn't funny at the time, but it was so funny. And I blew my account. I was up on it. I blew the entire thing. I bought another one. Stephanie is telling me, relax, don't trade anymore. I was like, okay, babe, I won't. And then I bought another one anyway, and I ended up going on tilt on that, and I almost lost that one. I saved it. All right, so it looks like we're gonna get stopped out here. I'm gonna stop out soon. Yeah, that is a stop out. So the reason why this trade didn't work is because, well, I'm still waiting here, but if we follow through, I think we're gonna follow through here. This trade didn't work just because we bottomed here, right? So because we bottomed here, it's it's showing that we want to bounce from here, which is fine. That's completely okay. Obviously, you want to follow the trend too, but because there's so much chop here and we are not having good momentum, it is very important to make sure that your entries are good, which our entries were poor today, I would say. They were valid, but they were poor for the market conditions. And then also, too, we have to be aware of targets. I've learned that with my trades too, if I don't have a really good target that's like 1 to 1 already, then most likely it's not the best trade. Of course, it could still move in your favor, but it is not something that usually turns out well. So it looks like we've lost this trade. Again, I'm waiting though to see. You never know, but because we had such increased volume here compared to the relative candles there, it looks like we will stop out here. So looking likely. Yep, stop.
Order filled.
So down to 267 though, so that's actually not bad. It does end up becoming a 1 to 1 in terms of what we were going for, but um, it was a good setup, just didn't work out. And entries can definitely be better. Katya said, to be fair, someone already tried to fake your girlfriend's account. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. It's just, it's so funny though. Um, Alex says, pass a trade day 50K and literally the first day in 10 minutes I blew. Honestly, I felt bad this past week blowing an eval in like 30 minutes, and I was like, bro, what am I doing? But it just goes to show that we're all very similar when it comes to trading because we've all done some pretty reckless stuff. And honestly, that's one of the things about trading too. It's like a lot of times I see people, especially on YouTube, documenting their journey, and they're like, I'm never making this mistake again. It will never happen, blah, 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 blah. Right. And Stoicism has really taught me that that's not really the case. Like, we all have it in us to make these mistakes. We all have it in us to to trade, using my fiance's Discord name, to trade erratically, right? Because we all have emotions. It's impossible to trade without emotions. So it happens. It absolutely happens for sure. But we just have to be able to limit the mistakes from occurring from time to time, right? So, like, if I blew my account and I went on tilt today, then I would want at least a month before that occurs. And if I hit a month, I want at least 2 months. And if I hit 2 months, I hit 3 months, and so on and so forth. That is the most important thing. So, um, yeah, that's the Stoic teaching of the day. So, anyone in longs, Katya, looks like your trade is going well. So, shouts out to you. Um, we took a loss today, or at least trading New York. We took a loss today. I'm really happy it's a practice account though. Really happy. But even if it wasn't, even if this was a funded account or a combine or an eval, um, I still like what we did. I just don't like the entries, right? Maybe this could have been the entry. Maybe um, we wait for a little bit more confirmation that we're heading lower. But overall, still good risk, really good risk management as well. We take the loss. Don't reverse position here, right? Because even though we are heading higher for myself, I need to see a little bit more before I'm like, okay, we are definitely heading higher here. And we just lock out for the day. So trading New York is hard though for myself. It really is trading. It really is more difficult for me anyway. For me, it's more difficult. Roving Canuck. Good morning. I'm just tuning in to listen as I'm at my real world job right now, driving a truck. Happy trading, buddy. Happy trading, Roving Canuck. Good to see you, man. I appreciate your comments as well on the YouTube videos. So yeah, glad that you could tune in. Um, I will say though that I will be wrapping up the stream soon. So, but I appreciate you for coming in, man. I really do. Katya says, "Yeah, my long looking pretty good so far." Yeah, bro, your long is looking great. It's looking awesome. So nice trade, nice trade. Um, yeah, this market though. I mean, look at this. Like, look how choppy we are. Look how things are playing out. It's just, when are we gonna get out of this? When is it gonna stop? We look like a W formation here, which is not good whatsoever. So there's just no momentum. There's no follow through. Trading has been very difficult so far, but better times are coming for sure, and we will get it down. That's why I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for what's to come. We're in March, early March. If you just started trading this year or you just started trading recently, it's like you have the rest of the year to grow as a trader. And I'm seeing that in myself. I'm starting to see that we can do it. We can start getting those payouts consistently. We can start making more money consistently. It really is exciting. It really is exciting. Yeah, Katya says, yeah, price action sucks. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. But, you know, we deal with it. We deal with it. Guys, I'm going to be on for a few more minutes here and then we'll wrap up the stream. I appreciate you guys for stopping by, man. Video coming out tonight as well as always. I've really enjoyed doing these videos for you guys. It's cool to be able to share that journey with you guys. It's not easy. Trading is so hard, and having a community where you can share the struggles and share your successes, your achievements, to be able to do that together is awesome. And also too, the trading community can be really toxic, and I think with you guys, and I think with what we have here, we're making it more of a positive environment where people are not afraid to say, hey, like I'm struggling, or hey, like I just blew an account, and that's one of the things I really appreciate too, because it takes a lot of strength to be able to do that. It takes a lot of um, courage to be like, hey, like I just blew an account, I just went on tilt, I'm really struggling. So I really do appreciate anyone who shares the good and the bad as well. Just like how I will always do that for you guys too. I will always show the good and the bad. All of the losses, for sure, I will show. All of the wins, I will show. And I really hope that in the future, whether it's my future kids or someone who's learning how to trade, they can see, like, okay, this is what Victor did. This is how he was able to make it. I can do it too. So, Colin said, did my trading last night and bagged a few dollars. Volumes have been low and price action strange. Yeah, it has been. It has been. It's just been really strange. It's been really strange. It's been very choppy, very wicky, tons of reversals. Um, but overall just rangy, right? This is a whole range that we see. We broke through, you could say, this support in London, but even though we broke through it, we climbed back up, came back down, double bottomed, and came back up. So um, it's tough. It's tough to trade, but stick with the trend, follow your rules, proper risk management, we'll be good to go. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. Um, I really hope that you guys have had a good trading day so far. If you did take a trade, again, journaling is so important. Make sure to journal. I sound like a teacher. I don't want to lecture, but do the right things. Stay safe. I really hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys are trading well. And as always, keep trading stoically. I'll see you guys in tonight's video.